humble hello, good morning, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is about what happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history. Join us as we delve into yesteryear, not only for important and interesting happenings, but to possibly even answer questions you don't know you have. I'm Xander.
King's Refuge.
Connor.
And you, viewer, are you. Thank you so much for coming in and watching us. Whether you're watching us live or at some point in the space-time continuum is irrelevant. A views of you. Today is Friz Day, aka Friday, August 30th, 2024. Wow, like, where has this year gone, man? It's just, boom, gone. Like, wild. We're already almost in September here. Anyway, good Sir King, would you care to start us off here in 257?
Yep, 257. There you go. There you go. Alright, 257, Saint Sixtus II begins his reign as Catholic Pope.
Alright, so it's a Pope Day, I see.
Pope Day.
Yeah.
1146, European leaders outlaw the crossbow, intending to end war for all time.
I knew you'd love that one.
We ban all weapons, because that's how that works.
Yeah, because criminals suddenly abide by the law when it's this, you know. So, yeah. Your expression is perfect.
We're still trying to do it today. What is it? See, 1,000 and almost 2,000 years later.
We're in the year 3000.
Oh, not 2,000. That 1,000 and I don't know.
I think almost 1,000 years.
Well, almost 1,000. Almost 1,000 years, and we're still trying to do the same thing.
Minus 2024, 878 years.
878 years later, we're still trying to do the same damn thing.
Yeah.
We banned guns.
Yeah.
Yay! War's ended. You can't have guns anymore. We banned them.
I mean, I know that.
Yes, we know why they say history repeats itself.
Well,
yes, and certainly does.
Yep. What else do we got here?
1363, beginning of the Battle of Lake Poyang. Two Chinese rebel leaders, Chen Yoilang and Zhu Guanhang, are pitted against each other in what was the largest naval battles in history during Mongol-led Yuan dynasty.
I'm going to take a surface level scratch on that article to see how many vessels were involved.
How many vessels? As largest of all time?
Well, let's see here. Shen Yuelong had over 100 vessels with 650,000 men. Zhu Yuanzhang had 200,000 men, but it doesn't tell me how many vessels here, at least.
Sure.
It says casualties and losses. Shen Yung and most of his army were casualties and losses. And the other side was 1,346 dead and 11,347 wounded. So it sounds like Zhu Yangzing was the winner. And in the very least, over 100 vessels from one side, but it doesn't tell me the other over here. So I'm sure it tells me somewhere here in the wiki, but I'm not going to sit here and go through the entire thing just to find something that might not even be there. So. And here we go again, moving on up to 1563, the Jewish community of Neuschwanstein in Moravia was expelled. Why? Why does this keep happening? 1645, Dutch Indians signed peace treaty in New York, or what would become New York. And I'm wondering, like, if it has to be the Native Americans, like not the Indians this time. Although I might be wrong, because yesterday I was wrong. Well, this is just telling me that New Amsterdam. So I'm going to go on a limb and say it was Native Americans. But that is yet to be 100% proven. So if anybody wants to look into this, let us know in the comments section, the 1645 one. 1659, Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb has his brother and competitor for the throne, Dara Shikoh, executed on religious grounds, and his body was paraded through the streets of Delhi. This was September 9th on the Gregorian calendar. Wow. Like, man, can you imagine doing that to any family member, anybody you care about, your own brother? Like, just to make sure that you get sick. Absolutely sick. And we wonder why, the elites in today's world, are so disconnected. What do we got here in 1673?
1673, Leopold I, Spain, Netherlands, and Lutherans form anti-French covenant.
Ah.
Ooh. 1682, William Penn leaves England to sail the New World.
And do you know who William Penn was?
It sounds familiar.
The founder of Pennsylvania.
Ah,
Yeah.
very important state, especially
Rather
this
important.
year.
Yeah, a very significant state.
1776, Continental Army evacuates Long Island and falls back to Manhattan, New York City.
Ah. So this is the third day in a row we've been talking about this Manhattan thing. So, must have been really well, yeah, of course it's really big. It's Manhattan. It's a trade hub, New Amsterdam, New York.
1776 was a busy year, yeah.
Yes, it was. 1791. Go ahead.
1791, HMS Pandora sank after running aground on a reef the previous day. On her return from her search for the Bounty and the mutineers who had taken her.
The Bounty. Was that Hudson ship? Hold on a second. The Bounty ship. Let's see here. Alright, no, it was just a armed vessel or something. Alright, so this was just, the Bounty, the HMS Bounty. That's another famous mutiny. So that's a different event in history, but still, we don't hear about like hundreds of people randomly exploding to death upon the running ground this time, 1791 as well, Thomas Jefferson responded to Benjamin Banneker's letter on the issue of slavery, writing that, quote, nobody wishes more ardently to see a good system commenced for raising the condition, end quote, of blacks, quote, to what it ought to be, end quote. So he didn't say of blacks, but they put that in there because they're trying to, they're insinuating that's what he's insinuating, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. So this is against slavery, right? From the sounds of it?
I would think so.
It's
Nobody wishes more ardently to see a good system commencing for raising the condition of blacks to what it ought to be. Yeah.
Ardently is very enthusiastically or passionately.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Good stuff. 1800, Gabriel Prosser led a slave rebellion in Richmond, Virginia, 60 years before not the Revolution, the Civil War. So, they've always been, trying to fight for freedom, 1835, city of Melbourne, Australia was founded. All right. I met somebody not too long ago, actually, who lives out in Melbourne. They're from a community I'm no longer in, but what do we got here in 1836?
The city of Houston is founded by Augustus Champion Allen and John Kirby Allen.
Now that is interesting. Melbourne and Houston have the same birthday, just 1 year apart, Melbourne being 1 year older. And we're going to be talking about another founding here after 1843, but what do we got here in the meantime?
1843, first time black U.S. citizens participate in National Political Convention, the Liberty Party.
All right.
Good.
I wonder if the Liberty Party is still even around today. Like, I really doubt it, because there's been a lot of third parties that have come and gone.
I think it would be libertarian.
Not necessarily. The Liberty Party was an abolitionist political party in the United States before the American Civil War. Okay, so it was dissolved in 1860, and it was founded in 1840. So it was abolitionists. That was their main thing, and the Civil War brought about slavery abolition, so they no longer had a purpose to exist, so they folded. Libertarian, as far as I'm concerned, is or not concerned, but as far as I'm aware of, is less government. That's the whole basis of libertarians is less government. Yeah, we need some government for basic checks and balances, like how the feds used to be. When this country first started, it was the states had the majority of the power. The federal government was only a system of checks and balances to make sure everybody more or less was operating on the same page. But at the end of the day, it's the states who have the power to decide what to do, not the Fed. Unless one state goes rogue. How times have changed.
Right.
What do we got here?
Just allow them to come and do whatever they want, no matter what laws the state makes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there has been a movement for a while to make a convention of states to take the power back, but, good luck doing that.
Right.
Something drastic needs to unfortunately happen. We are too far gone just to vote our way out of this. We need to... case in point, before the revolution, how many hundreds of times, how many thousands of times did we petition for independence from the King George? The revolution was not because we wanted war, it was we had no other recourse, and now look at the world around you today. It's starting to look again, What do we got here in 1850?
1815, Honolulu, Hawaii becomes a city.
Oh, wow. So Melbourne, Houston, and Honolulu all share the same birthday. That is pretty cool. One decade later, in 1860, the first British tram began operating in Birkenhead. All right. 1861, John Fremont issued proclamation freeing slaves of Missouri rebels. Good. Good stuff. Nobody wants to be a slave, especially in Missouri, which if you pronounce that state differently, it sounds like misery, isn't slavery miserable enough? Now you're a slave in misery? That's worse than hell. Huh. 1862, the Second Battle of Bull Run in Manassas, Virginia, ended with a Confederate victory over Union forces. Yeah, Confederates were kicking our teeth in for a while. Until William Tecumseh Sherman and his march to the sea and all that stuff. What do we got in 1873?
1873, Australian explorers Julius von Payer and Carl Weichek discover Archipelago. I knew I spelled that wrong. Archipelago and Franz Joseph Land in the Arctic Sea.
I'm
thinking like Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
When I read that word, I'm like, bro.
I was just like, that is a different landmass.
Yeah. 1885, 13,000 meteors seen in 1 hour. Jeez, in Andromeda.
How are we seeing meteors in the Andromeda Galaxy?
In 1883.
Yeah.
1885.
Yeah. Well, 83, 85, you're in the ballpark, but still, it has to be, meteors closer to us, it makes it look like they're going over Andromeda. Because there's no way we can see meteors in Andromeda. That's ridiculous.
Google it.
Yeah.
Well, the telescope was invented the late 16th century, 1600s.
Well, yeah,
but they couldn't see that far. I don't think.
Okay, here we go. The Andromedids meteor showers associated with Biela's comet. The showers occurring as Earth passed through old streams left by the comet's tail. The comet was observed to have broken up by 1846. Further drift of the pieces by 1852 suggested the moment of breakup was either 1842 or early 1843 when the comet was near Jupiter. So Jupiter, once again, being our bodyguard, it broke up a comet.
Never mind the 1880s. They were seen in the 1840s.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So that's well before that. So I wonder if this is the same thing, because this is a different. Good pull. I didn't even recognize the year discrepancy. This was like 40 to 30 years prior to this, so we don't even have. Oh here. Oh well, we have
I
a
guess I don't
YouTube video.
know
of
the
this.
telescope, the history of the telescope very well.
Yeah.
I mean, in the 1700s, they had 3-lensed telescopes, and back then, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but that doesn't take very many lenses to see pretty far.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to add this link here because this is a video and it's talking specifically about Andromeda meteor shower. Today in history, we have competition. Look at that. Another person today in history. Look at that.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to watch this after the show. What else do we got here? 1888, Lord Walsingham killed 1,070 grouse in a single day.
What's a grouse?
That's a good question. And why is he killing so many of them in one day? What's happening?
Are they
Grouse.
tasty?
Okay, it's a type of bird. Grouse are a group of birds from the order Galliformes in the family of Fasciinae. Grouse are presently assigned to the tribe. Okay, this is all science stuff. They inhabit the. Okay, blah, blah, blah. They're closely allied with. Okay, the turkeys are closely allied with the grouse, but they have traditionally been excluded from. Okay, so now we have avian politics happening? Like
It's turkey. Turkey chicken.
It's
chicken
turkey
turkey?
chicken. A chicken? A turkey?
A turkey. There we go.
A turkey, yeah.
It's a turkey.
But why is he killing 1,070 of them in one day? Like, that is...
Because he's hungry.
I mean, that's very hungry.
Maybe he's gonna have a feast of turkeys. Turkey feast.
Oh, here we go. It says here...
A turkey cook-off.
Grouse massacre. Oh, he shot them all. Let's see if I can...
Or they're annoying.
Oh, here we
go. Oh.
The day started at 5:12 when the first of 20 drives, assisted by 2 teams of 40 beaters, 2
Oh,
loaders,
so they killed a lot more than what he got.
yeah, and 4 guns. During the 16th drive, he shot 94 grouse in 21 minutes, a killing rate of 1 every 13 seconds. The last drive finished at 18:45, and then it goes into cricket. So this guy's just like, this guy spent an entire day.
Oh, it's just a game, right? And then they just have, I don't know. It sounds like a fox hunt type thing.
Yeah. And like, they're talking about driving, but it can't be cars because this is like just before cars, really. You know, unless he had like one of the first ones. I mean, he's probably...
Yeah, it's basically like fox hunting.
So, yeah, I found an article basically saying that they were like a really popular game type of animal to hunt.
Well,
I was like trying to see if they were invasive. It says they fed on mainly sagebrush.
I think,
Obligate species.
I think King is on the button with this one. It's a fox hunt. He just like massacred a bunch of them. It's just because, you know, rich people do rich people things. So. Anyway, 1890. What do we got here?
Yeah, extinction. What's that? 1890, Benjamin Harrison signed the first U.S. law requiring inspection of meat products.
Oh, that's a little interesting. 2 years after this grouse massacre, I wonder if this played into that. You know, if he tried to sell the ones that they couldn't eat and they were rancid. They're like, no, we got to inspect them. Like,
1895, Belgium begins compulsory Roman Catholic education.
So basically, mandatory education on Roman Catholicism, which that's not cool. You know, you should not have to mandate any type of education. You know, like it should be something societally normal to seek out education, not mandated by the government. Yeah, that's the libertarian, you know, like in me, like I less government the better. Man, dude, that dog took your snack.
Took my bone. That's mine. I paid for it.
We got 1896 here, then I'll take us into the next century.
1896, 8 provinces in the Philippines are declared under martial law by the Spanish Governor General Raymond Blanco, including provinces of Batangas, Rizal, Cavite, and Nueva Jumanji.
Jumanji. Well, there is a J in there. It doesn't start with one, but I mean, like. 1900, the last 2,000 British prisoners of Nooitgerat, South Africa, were freed. It has to be something to do with the Boer Wars. I'm not entirely sure. 1901, English engineer Hubert Cecil Booth patented the powered vacuum cleaner. And actually, let's see if I can find it. I found a video a long time ago. Old vacuums. Like before.
Oh yeah. Those were wild, man.
Oh, so yeah, you've seen the pump one and everything. Like,
yeah, to find the pump one.
old vacuums.
That's so crazy.
Vintage pump vacuums. Why can't I spell vacuums today? All right. Well, here we have a 1911 hand pump vacuum cleaner here. So this is just to give it an example. There's a lot of different makes and models, but they're before the advent of electricity, this is how you vacuumed your house. Like you just wow. I mean, the solution is just don't have carpets because you can't sweep.
Where's it all going though? Where's the dirt going?
Into the canister here.
Oh, okay.
Like this here is creating the vacuum suction. Like
yeah.
And then it just pulls it up into here.
So. It's a really small container.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll probably take you like 75 years to fill it with, how ineffective that is.
Yeah, well, fuck carpet, man. Well, we're just gonna have a wooden floor. It's fine.
Yeah. 1905, Detroit Tigers future Hall of Fame baseball Hall of Fame center fielder Ty Cobb made his MLB debut, doubling off Jack Chesborough in a 5-3 win over the New York Highlanders at Bennett Park, Detroit. All right. Got another baseball one here for you. 1906.
New York Highlander Joe Doyle debuts pitching back-to-back shutouts.
Oh, you went one ahead.
Yeah.
There's a Hal Chase one.
Hal Chase becomes first New York Yankee to hit 3 triples in a game. Wow.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
1909, Burgess Shale fossil site, one of the most diverse and best preserved in the world, discovered by Charles Doolittle, Walcott, and Canadian Rocky Mountains, now British Columbia's Yoho National Park.
Huh. Yo-ho, National Park for me. Let's see if we can find images. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I'd like to go visit this and check out the fossils. There's apparently, I think it's along the San Gabriel River, actually, which is like not too far from where I'm at. You know what? Let me see if I can find it. San Gabriel River footprints. There's ancient footprints of dinosaurs. Yeah, right here along the San Gabriel River.
That's wild.
Yeah, fossilized footprints. You know what? I have got to. I'm gonna send a text to Loon right now. Actually, hold on one moment. Yo, I have an idea for an outing. Period. Apparently, the San Gabriel River. Yes, that San Gabriel River has ancient fossilized dinosaur footprints along the sides. We have got to go check that out. Oh, we just planned another outing. We're gonna make a video out of that when we get there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What do we got in 1910?
1910. MLB New York Highlanders. Tom Hughes pitches 9-1, 3 no-hit innings, but loses to Cleveland 5-0 in 11. 1991 rule change, removed credit for no-hitter.
Man, I gotta tell you, like, I'm sitting here and I'm realizing my toes are cold, and I noticed that the temperature is 69 degrees right now. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, that's cold. I'm just like,
Yeah.
why am I so cold? It's August. So I had to put my feet in some shoes to warm them up. My toes are actually starting to hurt. It's cold out here. What else do we got?
1914 first German plane bombs Paris, 2 killed.
Yikes. We got 13 though right before it. The Phillies.
1913 Phillies lead Giants 8-6 on top of ninth. Fans and bleachers try to distract Giants. Umpire forfeits game to Giants. Later overruled.
Wow, what's happening there? Fans are getting involved.
Well, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, yeah. We have
That's what home games are for.
Yeah. We have the Battle of Tannenberg of 1914 during the First World War, of course. In East Prussia, ended in destruction of the Russian Second Army with between 122,000 and 117,000 killed, injured, or captured. So, total number of casualties, not just killed, but by the German 8th Army led by Paul von Hindenburg and Erich Ludendorff. Wow, up to 170,000 casualties, killed, injured, or captured. That is a lot. Like, that's like half the population of freaking Iowa or something, like, right there, you know. 1918, Czechoslovakia formed an independent republic. All right. 18 as well, Fania Kaplan attempted but failed to assassinate Lenin, new leader of the Soviet Russia. Wow. They tried to get rid of him early on. Didn't work, unfortunately. What do we got here in 1922?
Babe Ruth is thrown out of a game for the 5th time. In 1990, where's the context? Was he throwing up drunk or what?
That is a good question. After what we said yesterday. You know what? Let me look that up here. 1922. August. Oh, well, 5th time in 1922, period. So, let's see here. At the Polo Grounds, after hitting home run number 28 in the first inning, Babe Ruth argues too strongly over a called strike in his next at-bat in the 3rd inning, and he is thrown out of the game by home plate umpire Tommy Cannoli. He'll be suspended for the 5th time of that year and is out for 3 days. So he was argumentative. He was a prima donna.
Oh.
Yeah, he was one of those people holier than thou because he was the great Bambino, and his status went to his head. I mean, he's only human. Oh.
Yeah.
1 century ago, what do we have?
In 1924, the Rittenmark is replaced by the Reichsmarks as legal tender in Germany during Hans Luther's tenure as Minister of Finance.
Huh. All right.
What's the difference?
Well, it's just the they went from this currency to this currency.
You should probably look that up. Like, visually, what is the difference?
Okay. Well, let's see here. Rentenmark, Reichmark. Let's see if it gives us a comparison. Well, actually, let's see. Let's see if it tells us here. The Rentenmark. It was issued between 1922. Oh yeah, it was to stop the hyperinflation of 1922 and 1923 in Weimar, Germany, after the previously used paper mark had become almost worthless. So, visually, I'm not entirely sure what the difference is, because they have the written mark here, and I can look up the Reich mark over here really quick. Let's see here, images. I mean, like, there's some slight differences. We have here, of course, coins, you know, and then we have the swastika here because that was Nazi Germany. You know, the marks. Oh, I love how they have like the eagle like flexing or something right here. Like, what the hell? That's weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah. German pride. But yeah, no, like it was to.
I think it might be a hawk though.
Is it? Was the? I thought the Germans used eagles.
Did they? It might be. It could be either or.
Because I know that like the eagle is you know a big symbol over here in the U.S. But I you know, German eagle. Oh well, that's yeah. So it is an eagle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like a hawk, like a cross between a hawk and an eagle.
So I don't even know how to combine those two. But yeah, as it said, you know, to fight inflation and all that stuff. So. What else do we got here? 1928.
1928, Jawaharlal Nehru requests independence of India.
And I see that they have added a few things here because as I say, you know, all the time, like I research right the night before, and now they have Jawaharlal Nehru submitted the Nehru Report, officially requesting independence for India and outlining a federal constitution with reserved seats for minorities. Well, that's a bit more meat on the bone, so to speak, you know, than the article they had before.
Yeah.
1932, Hermann Göring was elected president of the German Reichstag. We know about Hermann Göring, you know, one of the lead Nazi guys. So. 1933, Air France formed from 5 French airlines. So they combined and then they made Air France. Cool. Happy birthday, Air France. 33 as well, Portuguese dictator Antonio de Oliveira Salazar formed a secret police, the PIDE. That's never good, whenever they're forming secret police like that. 1937, Joe Louis defeated Tommy Fair in 15 for heavyweight boxing title. You know, and that made it in because, you know, it's just imagine, each round is roughly like, 3 minutes, and get a little break and everything. But the amount of stamina and the energy put into this, like put yourself in the ring for 3 minutes. Now do that five times more. For 15 times in total. That is almost inhuman numbers. Of like energy and everything. What do we got here in 1939?
39. Isoroku Yamato appointed commander-in-chief of the Japanese Imperial Navy Combined Fleet.
Yep, Yamamoto. He was the guy who famously said, "We have awoken the dragon," after Pearl Harbor. Because he knew the industrial capabilities of this country, and the Japanese, as a whole, did not, but he did. Like,
we have awoken the dragon.
Yep. And then he ended up getting shot down in an aircraft. Like later on, we killed him. What else do we got in 39?
1939, New York Yankee athlete Donald pitches a baseball a record 94.7 miles per hour. Wow! I'm pretty sure it was broken by Randy Johnson.
Or maybe Nolan Ryan.
Maybe.
Okay, this is weird. Oh, okay. I searched up MLB and it gave me NFL for half a second. In today's MLB, velocity is king. Okay, yada yada yada. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
105.8 miles an hour. They're all 105. All 10 are 105. The top 10. Wow.
That's
Wow.
nuts. He has all 10 first. There's no one that came close.
Oh, Jordan Hicks.
That's insanity.
Jordan Hicks is number 9, but this Adrilus Chapman guy is, I guess, the Nolan Ryan of our day.
That's wild.
105 miles per hour. Like, wow. You know what? There's a video here. Let's see how fast this is.
Yeah, it's fast. It's fast. It's fast.
I mean,
But
like...
can he make a bird explode?
Can you hit the apple off top of that kid's head right there?
Yeah, look up the Randy Johnson video real quick.
Alright. Randy Johnson.
Hits bird.
Randy Johnson. Bird. Here we go.
Poof.
That poor bird.
Just exploded.
Like, actually, no, it doesn't explode. He knocks the feather. I just saw. You see the body down over here. So, boom. And then there's
Oh
the
my
body.
God, he
And then
defeathered
boom.
it, dude.
You see him?
Yeah.
Anybody wants some bird? It's already defeathered.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like someone had a
That's-
pillow fight
I
in the
guess
middle.
it's one way to pluck a bird.
There's one way. Oh my God.
Oh man,
Knocked the white out of him.
I just imagine Randy Johnson like, he's going to cook the turkey in, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm going outside to pluck the bird, and this.
Now you see here, what we gotta do is we gotta combine Randy Johnson with that guy who killed like 100 or like 1,000 turkey
Yeah.
things. You know, just, well, boom, kind of like Flint Lockwood from It's Raining Meatballs when he was
Yeah.
like pelting the
Vikings
kids
Meatballs.
with the snowballs, just. And Un Moss 39.
Give me a minute.
Okay. 39 as well, Poland mobilized for war, you know, the day before they got invaded. So, yeah, that's it's a little late there, Poland, but yeah, at least they're trying. 1941, Winston Churchill approved a nuclear program, tube alloys, the first national leader to do so. Tube alloys, huh? Let's look this up here. Actually, I'll just look up the entire article. Tube alloys, alright. Exactly what I wanted. It was a research and development program authorized by the United Kingdom with participation from Canada to develop nuclear weapons during the Second World War. Starting before the Manhattan Project in the United States, the British efforts were kept classified and as such had to be referred to by code even within the highest circles of government. Wow. So this was before our Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
Huh. Which, I would have sworn the Manhattan
Damn it.
Project started in early August. Hold on a second. When did the
You wanna sit with me?
Manhattan Project
Come sit
start?
with me.
The Manhattan Project.
Well-
Okay, 1942. So, yeah, it active 1942 through 46. So it was before us. So, all right. Sir King, what do we got in 1942?
Nazi Germany annexes Luxembourg.
Ooh,
Luxembourg.
yeah.
1944, Soviet troops enter Bucharest, Romania.
All right.
1945, Hong Kong liberated from Japanese control.
All right. Yeah. We all know how that all turned out.
Yeah, well, isn't it controlled by the? Wasn't it controlled by the British?
For a while. Like, I don't...
So does it go back to being? Is it really liberated, or does it go back to the being a British colony?
Well, it got liberated, and then, you know, not really... As the line goes in Megamind, oh, you're not liberated, you're just under new management.
Yeah.
You know? So,
1945, U.S. General Douglas MacArthur lands in Japan.
all right. 1951, the U.S. and Philippines signed a mutual defense pact. That's a little one-sided. I wonder, what the Philippines.
Mutual.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Right.
pretty sure we'll be Johnny on the spot calling Philippines for reinforcements if we get invaded.
Thank God the Philippines are here to help us.
1954, BC Lions play franchise's first CFL game in Vancouver. They lost to the Saskatchewan Roughriders 17-0. Ouch. I mean, don't mess with the Roughriders. They got their name from, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yes, sir.
That guy. He was a man. So, what do we got in 56?
1956, Lake Pontchartrain Causeway opens in Louisiana, longest continuous bridge in the world.
Yes, and this bridge is so long you can't actually get the entire thing in one photograph. It just goes into the horizon. But this is the bridge that's just north of New Orleans.
Can I fish off it?
Maybe.
Probably not.
I mean, like, you can try, but like we have New Orleans here, and then here's Lake Pontchartrain, and it used to be before this bridge. You could just see how big this bridge, how long it is. Before it, the only way to get to the other side is to go around, over here, and then you get all the way up here. Then you have to do a sling back, or you go, eastward, and then you still have a little bit of a sling back. But now you can just go right through, and like, look how far you have to zoom in just to get it. Like, I mean, that is an outrageously long bridge. So, what else do we got?
How long does it take to traverse it?
That's a good question.
And. Oh.
Time. Let's see here. Wow, it's nearly 24 miles long. So, at 24 miles an hour, you can...
That long?
24 miles? That's longer
Yes,
that's longer than the distance from where I live to LA.
Right.
So, although I'm pretty sure it's not an hour-long commute because there probably is traffic. So, hold on a second. Average commute time of Lake. Okay, about the bridge. Okay, let's see here. The span is vascular safety, crossovers, mile marker, traffic cameras, toll booth plaza. But tell me the. Okay, this is not telling me what I want to know. All right. Well, I guess the only way to find out is to drive it yourself.
All right.
So now you have a road trip idea.
Yeah. Yeah, go there and drive there, and then come back and tell us in the comments.
Yeah. Well, no, I was giving that to you. Go out on a road trip, King. Like, get Connor, and all that stuff.
I don't do so good with road trips.
Yeah, me neither.
Man, you guys
being
are
in the car for long.
You guys are wimps.
Oh, I got too many
just have
medical
really bad car
problems.
sickness.
Well, King has an excuse, a valid one at least. What's yours?
My brain goes to mush if I'm in a hot car for too long.
Well, then turn on the AC. Roll down the window. Stick your head out the door like a dog. Come on.
Okay.
What else do we got in 1956?
White mob prevents enrollments of blacks at Mansfield High School, Texas.
Man, that's not good.
That's not cool, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just get along and agree that the governments our real enemy and not each other.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
In 1960, East Germany imposes a partial blockade on West Berlin.
It begins the wall. 1961 here, James Benton Parsons was confirmed as the first black U.S. judge of a U.S. district court. All right. And actually, we're going to be talking about the first black U.S. Supreme Court judge, Thurgood Marshall, later on today. So that's pretty interesting how they share a date like this. 1961 as well, the last Spanish troops left Morocco, and I wonder if that has something to do with either the Civil War or, well, Spain wasn't in World War II, really. So I wonder, like, why... I'm going to look that up here really quick. Last Spanish troops left Morocco. Spanish protectorate in Morocco. Okay. Alright, yeah, so that's right, on the other side of Gibraltar, the Strait of Gibraltar. And that was a Spanish colony. Now it's all Morocco, or actually that's Spanish Morocco still, I believe. I don't know. 1961, Oriole Jack Fisher walked 12 Los Angeles Angels in a 9-inning game. That is not good. That is a bad pitcher, I think, unless he's like getting them walked so they don't get a hit. I don't know. There's a lot of strategery in every sport, in every competition.
Yeah.
And our last 1961, the Soviet Union said it will resume nuclear testing. As if we needed them to tell us. Like, they're gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still gonna do it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What do we got 365 days later?
1962. Japan conducts a test of the Namsi Yase 11, its first aircraft since the war, and its only successful commercial aircraft from before or after the war.
Huh. Well, I can't imagine that. Like,
it's only aircraft. So they copied everything else after the war?
Or maybe...
Are they saying that's the only original thing that they invented, and they just copied everything else?
I wouldn't say copy. I would say maybe they were made, because remember Japan was well, for the time, and they referenced it in Back to the Future. They were a manufacturing hub of the world, but they were the stereotypically crap products back at that time, at least. So, like, this was
what
probably...
are you talking about, dog? Japan makes all the best stuff.
Yeah. But this was probably, like, the only, like, in and of Japanese origin, from design to construction and everything.
Yeah.
And everything else is probably, like, a combined thing, as we became more of a worldwide people, That's interesting. That's a topic of conversation right there. What else do we got here? Ooh.
1963. Oh wait.
Yeah.
No, 1963. A comeback audio set first introduced by Philips at the radio exhibition in Berlin, Germany.
Ooh, here we go. The cassette.
Nice.
Going up from vinyls to the cassette. And this one...
1963. Hotline communication link between the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. and the Kremlin in Moscow is installed. Often known as the red telephone, no phones were ever used, relying instead on teletype equipment, fax machines, and most recently, secure email.
Huh. So we all know about, the famed red telephone and everything. So... And, like, this is it, this is its depiction in Red Alert 2.
Da, Premier Romanov here.
Yeah, so to avoid copyright stuff, I just paused it there. I loved how he has a hotline to Tokyo. Like, he has, like, 3 some odd phones. There's one to Tokyo.
I'm sure that's how it was, too.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure, with the Tokyo one, because, at this time we were more allies.
Well, I'm sure it was one phone that had, multiple speed dials on it instead of instead of one phone for each country. But yeah.
But looking back at this, after having played Red Alert 3 and everything, I wonder, was this some incredible foreshadowing? Because the Empire of the Rising Sun. Do you ever play Red Alert 3?
No.
Did you ever play any of the Red Alerts?
No.
Wow.
I know of them.
Oh wow.
I know of them.
Oh, well, Red Alert 3, Japan, does a sneaky, and they become the enemy. Like in the original Red Alert, Einstein goes back in time and kills Hitler and prevents World War II. But then, without Hitler in the way, Soviet Union just comes in and invades all of Europe, and then that's Red Alert. Red Alert 2 is like after that, and then then Yuri comes into the picture and all that stuff. I don't know the exact lore, but then at some point, Red Alert 3, we defeat the Soviets, but the entire time the Japanese were building up, and then they become like the big threat. So there's always a bigger fish, as Qui-Gon Jinn once said. 1964, the electric designer Norman Manley recorded back-to-back holes-in-one on the 7th and 8th holes at Del Valle in Saugus, California, Guinness's BWR's best. All right. Back-to-back hole-in-ones. That is very rare.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
65, Casey Stengel announced his retirement after 55 years in baseball. Wow.
Holy cow.
That's his entire life.
What, he started working when he was 12?
Yeah. I know, right? 1965 as well. A section of Allegheny Glacier wiped out construction site at Madmark Dam near Saas-Fee, Switzerland. Well, don't build on a glacier. 1967, U.S. Senate confirmed Thurgood Marshall as the first black justice to serve on the Supreme Court. Hell yeah! Finally made it.
Hell yeah.
Yep. 1968, the first record released on Apple label in the UK was the Beatles' single "Hey Jude."
Hey Jude.
I don't know the lyrics, but I know the tune. So, that's a good song. And we got 4 1969s for you, if you want.
69.
That's a good year.
3-day second annual Sky River Rock Festival opens in Tenneco, Washington. 25,000 attend. Performance includes James Cotton, Country Joe, and the Fish, Flying Burrito Brothers, Dan Hicks, and his Hot Licks, Mississippi Fred McDowell, Stephen Miller Band, and Sons of Champion.
I gotta say, Dan Hicks and his Hot Licks, I feel violated. Like, just hearing that title, I'm just like, ugh.
Flying Burrito Brothers is one that caught my attention.
There's actually there's a restaurant just down the street called Burrito Brothers where I live, and they're expensive, but they're good. And maybe I should go down there and be like, hey, you should put in you should do something, with the Flying Burrito Brothers, like, I don't know, some kind of compilation or something. I don't know. What else do we got?
Are these all the same?
No.
Oh, okay. Another 3-day New Orleans Pop Festival. 25,000 attend. Performance includes Spiral Staircase, Rex, The Byrds, Janis Joplin, Grateful Dead, Chicago, John. Oh, this is the one I want to go to.
Huh.
This is the one I want to go to. Dr. John and Santana. Sorry.
The Grateful Dead, Santana, and Janis Joplin all at the same time? Like,
Bro.
Oh, man, dude.
In Chicago? Bro.
Oh.
Bro, that's the one I want to go to. Okay. Another 1969 3-day Texas International Pop Festival in Louisville. Let's see what we got here. 125 to attend. Performers include Chicago Transit Authority.
Well, that's
Leonard,
weird.
meh. Bonnie and Friends, meh. Grand Funk Railroad, alright. Janis Joplin, alright. BB King, oh. BB King. I changed my mind, I want to go to this one. BB King, Led Zeppelin, oh, sign me up. Naz, Sam, and Dave. Sly and the Family Stone. And Johnny Winter.
Time out. Okay, so first off, we have this first one was in Tenino, Washington, so I'm going to assume that's Washington State. This next one was in New Orleans, which is in Louisiana. and this other one is straight up Texas. How is Janis Joplin in both New Orleans and Texas at the same time? Unless she performs in one and then goes to the other in the same day. That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, no, B.B. King, hell yeah. Led Zeppelin, hell yeah. You know, Janis Joplin, of course. So Chicago Transit Authority, is that like the actual like bus service, or is that a band name? And what the hell are they doing in Texas? Like, that's weird. Although, anyway, Un Mas, 1969.
U.S. Golf Amateur Championship won by American Steve Mellink.
But it was the 69th championship in 1969. So that makes you wonder, like, was it started in 1901 or something? Like, was it annual or, like, when?
I'd imagine.
When did the this start? Let's see here. U.S. Amateur. Okay, well, it's just taking me to this again. Well, it's saying 1909. It's not telling me really when it started. Okay, here we go. Year. Okay, this is the most recent. So let's scroll all the way down. Oh, it started all the way back in 1895. Okay. So 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, okay. So there were no championships between 1917 to 18 because of the First World War. So that's how they got their hiccup there. And I wonder, that 42 through 45, the other war, and 1895 through 1964 match play. What is this? What the... Okay, that's weird. Stroke play. Alright. Well, now we know it started in 1895 and how it was only the 69th by 1969 because they had a couple intermissions because of armed conflicts. What else do we got here? 1972, and Miss Olga Korbutmania at the Munich Olympics, Soviet teammate Ludmila Torishkeva won the gymnastics individual all-round competition, her second gold medal of the game. And yes, I wanted to give her the limelight because we spoke about Olga yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. And just, you know, once again, despite this being about Ludmila, Olga is getting the credit in something that's not even about her. What the hell? This is bullcrap. Oh. 1972, John Lennon and Yoko Ono's one-on-one benefit shows, matinee and evening, for children at Madison Square Garden, New York, was his final concert performance.
Oh, those poor children.
Yeah. This is when you really do gotta think of the children. Oh. 1972 as well, slalom canoeing was introduced at the Munich Olympics, with East Germany winning all 4 events. Whoa. That's really wild right there. 1973.
Drummer Danny Sewell quits rock band Wings, which he co-founded with Paul McCartney.
Oh. Must have been some kind of disagreement or something.
Oh, so. The 1974 express train runs at full speed into Zagreb, Yugoslavia rail yard, killing 153.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Full speed into a rail yard. Like,
Wow.
man. Someone was asleep at the wheel. Yikes.
1974 launching the first Dutch satellite, ANS, from Vandenberg.
Huh.
1974, huh?
Yeah.
How long were you holding on to those satellites?
Well, that was the Dutch. Like, they didn't play our games. So I think this was legitimate. But yeah, do you want to let us know where that comment is coming from?
Oh yeah, we learned a little about Sputnik last night, and how no one was really ahead of the game. We are all on the same level because there was a thing put in place where we all came to an agreement that we are all going to share all technology having to do with rockets and getting in space. And so while Sputnik was launched, and the government kept telling us panic, 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 panic. The government also had 6 satellites of their own that they just chose not to launch because they want to get hype up and get more money spent into NASA or NASA wasn't invented yet, but
Yeah,
NASA like things. They wanted people to invest, and they couldn't just outright do it. If everybody would say, "Okay, we're all at the same, let's all lunch," they figure it would go better if they just allowed Russia to launch and then put a big scare into everybody. Oh, the Russians put something in space, and therefore we should be scared and put more money. Yeah, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and this was one of those many other lies or governments has told us that.
Yep.
This, yeah.
And this is why we do the show, to expose, the truth. Like, in a nutshell, if anybody is, still trying to figure out what it was that you just said, because basically the U.S. government withheld the launch of no less than 6 satellites in order to allow the Soviet Union to quote-unquote beat us to space with Sputnik, to gaslight the entire country into validating what ended up being a complete and total needless expenditure. We got caught up in a mania, and we ate it up. What else do we got here in 1976?
Yeah, they wanted this. They wanted to scare us, but we ended up we end up making Sputnik a parody, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were Sputnik like Sputnik
Hairstyles.
drinks, Sputnik style haircuts, Sputnik style, blah blah blah. We never took it. The
Yeah.
citizens never took it seriously, especially not as seriously as the government planned on us taking. So it didn't really go that far that time. So
Yeah.
anyways, the 1970s history is definitely interesting.
I really wish my mom was still alive, because she was around during that time, and I would have loved to hear what she'd have to say about that. If she knew about the gaslighting, if she
I should ask my
witnessed-
grandma that.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. So,
1976, Tom Brokaw starts his news anchor from NBC's The Today Show.
isn't he the guy who said, "and that's the way it is," or something?
I think you're thinking of Casey Kasem.
Oh,
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. 1976 as well, the Turks and Caicos Islands adopted the Constitution. All right. 1979, between now and September 13th, so for the next 14 days, Hurricane David killed 1,200 people in Florida, Dominica, and the Dominican Republic combined. Yikes. 79 as well, the first recorded occurrence of a comet hitting the sun released energy equal to 1 million hydrogen bombs. Whoa! 1 million hydrogen bombs, not atomic, hydrogen. I can't even understand that. That's enough destructive power to destroy the planet.
Walter Cronkite.
Walter Cronkite, thank you. All right. 1981, Bill Schumacher became the first jockey to win a $1 million thoroughbred horse race when John Henry took the inaugural Arlington Million by a nose over the Bart. Do the Bart man. Whatever the dance is, I don't know. 1983, Guion Buford became the first black U.S. Astronaut in space. All right. Cool.
It's
83 as well, Philadelphia TV station WKBS-TV, Channel 48, ended broadcasting after surrendering its license to the Federal Communications Commission, the first to do so in at least 10 years. The parent company, Field Enterprises, Inc., was unable to find a buyer. Damn you, FCC.
damn it.
1984, a year that will live in infamy, thanks to a book. Red Sox Jim Rice grounded into record 33rd double play en route to 36. All right. In 84 as well, Sotheby's in London began a 2-day auction of rock memorabilia. I wonder what was sold. Peter Frampton's guitar or something? Like, you know... Dr. Jones, sit down! The whitest kids you know skit? No.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It belongs in a museum.
I accidentally had a naked baby on the screen for a second. It was part of some cover art for a band. Oh yeah, Eddie Van Halen guitar. So yeah,
Hey.
it's not telling me exactly what was sold in this 1984 one, but oh, here we go. This goes up to 84. So let's see if this tells me what exactly it was sold. It's not telling me what exactly was sold. All right. Well, if anybody wants to figure that out, let us know in the comment section what was sold in this. Why this particular auction was so worth, you know, being, you know, put into an article. What do we have in 1987, good Sir King?
Knuckleballer Charlie Hughes on the mound. Rangers catcher Gino Petralli ties the major league record by allowing 6 passed balls.
Whoa. That's the equivalent of 3 men.
Yeah.
Or 2 Chernobylians.
1987, Stefka Kloskudidova of Bulgaria sets high jump women's record in 2.09 meters. That's 6 feet 10 inches, 10.5 inches. One of the most long-standing records in athletics. Is it still a thing now? Still holding?
It says here we have 4 feet 9.25 inches. But wait, that's not right.
No, this one says 6 feet. That 6'10" that she jumped.
Okay, here we go. July 7th, 2024. Oh, this is still pending ratification. From the Paris Olympics that just closed a couple days ago, we have 6 feet 10.5 inches.
Oh, so it was just beat. Oh, wow, good for her. Well,
Wait a
pending.
minute.
Pending.
But wait a minute. But this was from 1987. So the record has not been beaten.
Oh no.
Because this is the same.
Is it tied? Yeah.
No. Wait. This one was 2.09 meters. This other one is 2.10 meters. So
she's 1 meter ahead of her.
1/100th of a meter.
1/100th of a meter. Wow.
Wow.
Good for her. If she pulls it through anyway.
Yeah. Of Ukraine.
Yeah, I'm sure they're double and triple. Yeah, I'm sure they're double, triple, and quadruple checking that before they put it in the books because it's, it's a record.
That'll be
Number
very
1.
interesting if she gets a record because this person we're talking about is from Ukraine, and with what's going on in today's world, like that would be a very big win for Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
What else do we have in 1987?
1987, Street Fighter, the first arcade fighting game to introduce special attacks designed by Takashi Nishiyama, is released. Sweet.
I bet you played that all the time as a kid in the arcades.
Man, I wasn't really a fighting. I mean, when Mortal Kombat first came out, I played the shit out of that.
Well,
Like, they're bleeding? Holy cow, that's so awesome. I make a guy bleed, I punch him in the face, and then I can do a finishing move and eat his face. Awesome!
well, that's Mortal Kombat, man. I mean, that's like trying to compare, a Chips Ahoy cookie to a freshly baked homemade, apple pie.
Yeah.
There is no comparison. Like,
Yeah, I didn't
they're
really
both
play
pastries.
too much of the fighting games, so except for when Mortal Kombat first came out, and I grew out of it.
Yeah.
I'd rather play an RPG or something,
Yeah. We have one
All
more
these
80s
sweat.
article. I'm sorry, what?
Said all these sweats nowadays
Yeah.
playing that game.
Oh man, dude, the sweats have just ruined the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We have one more 80s article here for you.
1988, Kent Telkoff became second pitcher in majors to appear in 1,000 games.
Wow. That's a
Oh
lot of
boy,
games.
that is a lot of games.
1990, Tatarstan announced its sovereignty with the declaration of the state sovereignty of the Tatar Soviet Socialist Republics. So, what are they like the tartar sauce making people of the Soviet Union or something? Tatarstan? I don't know.
That would be hilarious if that's where tartar sauce came from.
You know what? Where does tartar sauce? Where did tartar sauce come from? Let's see here. Tartar sauce. It's a condiment made. Okay, yada yada. Composition history. Tartar sauce is named for steak tartare, which it was commonly served in 19th century France. Recipes for tartar sauce have been found in English language cookbooks during the mid-19th century, including a recipe in Modern Cookery for Private Families from 1860. It was also popular in Hungary in the late 19th century. Wow. I was not expecting that. So, like, steak tartare, for those who do not know, is essentially just raw ground beef. And you put tartar sauce on there, and now we use a sauce that was created for raw ground beef to be used on cooked fish. Huh. What a change of pace right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 1992, David Lute and Jane Liu discovered comet 1992 QBI 64 million kilometers from the sun. All right. And one more, 92, Philip Glass's Symphony No. 1, Low, based loosely on David Bowie's 1977 album of Low, premiered with the Junge Joystesh Kammerphilharmonie, conducted by Dennis Russell Daves in Munich, Germany. Wow, I got through that word a lot easier than I thought I would. Like I had you see one of these large words, you have a little mini.
Oh my god, here we go.
Yeah. 93, what do we have?
Late Show with David Letterman debuts on CBS from the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City. Bill Murray is his first guest. Billy Joel performs.
Bill Murray. Bill Murray,
I'm
great
tired of pretending it's funny.
Yeah.
1993, 150 million?
Yes.
To the Eiffel Tower, 1993. Wow.
1 comma is thousand, 2 comma is million, 3 is billion, trillion, and that's as far as.
Yeah, well, I'm a little.
Well, no, same here. Like, you're not alone, and remember, I'm a Californian. You cannot be more mentally screwed up than I am. So. We got another 93.
1993, Hassan's second mosque opens in Casablanca, second largest mosque in the world.
I gotta check that out here. Hassan second mosque. Let's see here. Casablanca. Oh, that's a pretty cool mosque. Huh. I mean, you can't really, get a full size and scale. That makes me wonder, how, are there any mosques out there that can compete with the size and scale of cathedrals and such? Are there any Jewish synagogues that are that big? I wonder if Christianity is the only religion that went big like that,
Yeah.
Sorry. 1996, CBS cable news network joined the internet. Not CBS, just cable news network. CNN joined the internet.
Boo.
Boo. That's probably why they didn't abbreviate it. They wanted to catch us off guard. I got you onto your games, leftist source. 1995 as well, NATO launched air campaign Operation Deliberate Force against Bosnian Serb forces. Well, that sounds pretty mean right there. Deliberate Force. 95 as well, Tigers teammates Lou Whitaker and Alan Trammell played in their 1,914th game together, tying American League record. Holy crap. So they both played 1,914 games together. So, that's crazy. '97, first WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association Championship. Houston Comets defeated New York Liberty. Team Caitlin Clark. You know? 1999, East Timorese voted for independence in the referendum. Okay. I'm all for independence. What do we got in the next millennium, good Sir King?
2006 MLB Atlanta Braves pitcher Craig Maddox wins his 330th career game.
Dang. I mean,
That's
you know,
nice.
that seems very less impressive compared to the 1,914 games played together, at least.
Yeah.
Not winning or anything, but still. But hey, you know, 330th career, you know, winning, that's a lot.
2007 NASA spacecraft Voyager 2 crosses the termination shock where solar and interstellar winds met following Voyager 1 in 2004.
Ah. So Voyager 1 went past that termination shock back in 2004. So Voyager 1 and 2, you know, they are out of, you know, they are the first interstellar man-made objects that we know of. So, that's pretty wild right there. 2012, a blast in the Jiaojian coal mine, China killed 26 miners with 21 missing. Yikes. Mining is no joke. 2012, a cholera outbreak killed 229 people in Sierra Leone. That's not good. 1 year later, 15 people were killed by a liquid ammonia leak in a cold storage plant in Shanghai, China. Yikes, ammonia. That's not good, man. 2015, English author Frederick Forsyth, The Day of the Jackal, revealed that he worked for MI6 for more than 20 years. The British Secret Intelligence Service. MI6. What do we got here? 2017.
Stop.
Well, obviously your dog wants to read an article. Let it read. Give the pup a return.
Dude, it stops at. Dude, my script stops at 2013 here.
Oh, then my bad. Hold on a second. I must have put in the script before I finalized it. So let me just copy and paste this really quick. I'll post this into Mikeless here. I hope it's not too much. I might have to stagger this here. Oh, no, perfect. All right, there we go. What year were we at? 20...
I think you said 2017.
Okay, yeah, 2017. Authorities.
Okay. 2017. Authorities say floods across Bangladesh, Nepal, and India have killed more than 1,200 people and damaged 697,000 houses.
Jeez. Wow. So obviously a lot of people were displaced.
Yeah.
Oh.
2017, Brazilian court blocks presidential Michael Temer from abolishing renta, which would open parts of the Amazon to mining.
Okay, so this is worded weird. So the court blocked him from abolishing renta, which would... Okay, so they disallowed him from opening up parts of the Amazon to mining. But that can very easily be the other way around. English is weird.
Right.
You know what? Hold on a second. I'm just gonna...
He was gonna block it, right?
Brazilian
And the courts were like, no.
Brazilian court blocks abolition of vast Amazon reserve, so they're allowing it. They're allowing it to be stripped.
Yeah.
So Michael Temer was trying to save the rainforest.
Yeah.
Well, of course Brazil is like that. What a surprise. 2017, we have Hurricane Irma formed near the Cape Verde Islands. Will go on to become a Category 5 hurricane and kill at least 102 people. Jeez. 2017, late author Terry Pratchett unfinished works were destroyed by Steamroller as per his instructions. Well, that's a one way to get the job done. And I was wondering if this was the dragon, the girl with the dragon tattoo author. He was not. He's best known for his Discworld series of about 40 volumes. Patched at the time of his death had sold more than 85 million books worldwide in 37 languages. He was also the UK's best-selling author of the 90s.
Okay. This guy, this Terry Pratchett guy, right?
Yeah.
When they steamrolled his items, were they sold?
Like...
I understand he didn't want them to be sold because they were unfinished, but did they go ahead and sell it anyway after they steamrolled it? Or what? Like... I'm just wondering, like, if it was steamrolled and if it was bought, how much was it bought for?
Let's see here. Well, this is, here we go, Reddit. So, take this with a grain of salt. Okay, well, Reddit's not going to tell me anything. That is a very good question, though, King. And I'm not sure if we're going to find out the answer to it without some extensive digging. We have here from BBC. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure. Because it looks like he had them on hard drives, and after he steamrolled them, I'm not sure if there's any way to get the data back. But you can still sell, the crushed product.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now I get it. I thought he had like a bunch of paintings and some shit that he wasn't done with or something, and it was gonna just steamroll them over.
Yeah. Well, these were all of his books on hard drives, and they broke the hard drives. But I wonder if we'll ever get to the level of technology to be able to, like, get the information, the data back from these hard drives after they've been destroyed. I'm not sure. What else do we got here? 2018, Argentina's central bank raised interest rates to 60% in attempt to stabilize the peso. Well, they're having problems economically, that's for sure. And we also got Ugandan pop star MP Bobi Wine was arrested again as he attempted to leave the country. Well, obviously they don't want him leaving the country. Oh, he's a pop star and a politician, so he's, he's against the system, and the system is trying to destroy him. 2019.
Outlook for the Great Barrier Reef downgraded to very poor, according to official Australian report.
That's not good. I remember when they were talking about that. The barrier reef is dying. It's on the verge of death, and I don't think there is it coming back. So, anyone out there who has the resources to go to Australia and check out the barrier reef, go now. Because the longer you wait, the less chance that you'll actually get to see it, if they even allow people to go check it out anymore anyway. What else do we have in 2019?
2019, second interstellar comet ever detected by Ukrainian amateur astronomer Gennady Borisov, later named to 21 Borisov.
Alright.
Okay, cool for him, man.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you're amateur and you're all of a sudden you find something, man, that's cool, man. That's real cool. Good for him. Hopefully it leads to a career of him.
Yeah. I'd like to discover a comet. That sounds cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would name it something cool, like Flaming Dragon Fire Eater or something. I don't know.
The planet, something like that.
I'm just like what would you name a comet if you discovered it? Like, I'd
probably put my name first.
Yeah.
Typical thing people do.
Well, I'd depending on what the comet is,
I would name it something awesome.
Yeah. That is a good question. I'm going to think about it. What else do we have here? 2021?
2021, Algeria becomes the last country to stop selling leaded petrol, ending 99 years of gasoline use worldwide, saving 1.2 million lives a year.
Wow, that sounds like leftist propaganda to me. But
Sounds like propaganda to me.
we still use gasoline, just unleaded.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe the process of having lead in the gasoline kills people during manufacturing. I don't know.
I'm sure it does. It can't be good burning lead.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
that's bad, super bad.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. You know,
Lead is bad, but like there's certain types of lead that are okay. Just like how there's neutral mercury, but 99% of mercury is extremely bad for you.
You know, I have an idea, and call me crazy, but how about we just don't ingest any metals?
Sometimes it's not
great.
intentional.
Yeah.
Mercury is really hard to handle because you can just touch it and it just becomes ingested. Or not really ingested, but like just it touching your skin is enough to kill you. Over time.
Well, I mean, like it's said that the average fish in any ocean contains more mercury than a thermometer. That's scary.
Yeah.
And this is why
It depends on where it's at.
Sorry.
And whether or not you can burn it off or whatever. It's all science and bullshit.
Well, like, see, here's the thing. Like, when you burn something, all you're doing is exciting the water molecules and getting them away. All you have left is the non-evaporatable substances. So, you know.
It can also evaporate mercury too, but yeah.
Alright, let's finish this up.
All right, 2021, United States ended its longest ever war of 20 years in Afghanistan as the last military evacuation plane flew out of Kabul. We all know about that, you know, like
Yeah.
it led to this. 2022 in Jackson, Mississippi, the city's largest water treatment plant failed, leaving 150,000 people without safe running water, closing schools and businesses. Wow. And I thought Flint in Michigan, you know, was having it rough. 2022, Ukraine began a counterattack against Russia in the southern Kherson region. All right. 2023, do you want to take the last two articles?
2023, largest bombardment of Ukraine capital Kyiv for months by Russians leaves 2 dead as Ukraine also bombards Russian territories with drones.
Didn't they also like bomb the Kremlin with a drone once? I remember hearing about that, or it could have been propaganda. Not sure.
I'm not sure. 2023, more than 100 UK school buildings at risk of collapse, told to close because of reinforced autoclaved aerated concrete days before the new school year.
Wow, they couldn't have picked a better time. Like, you know, now they have days to scramble in, like, you know, like how many thousands of children, you know, between these at least 100, you know, schools and closed. That is not a job I want to be in charge of. And that'll conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar in the description below for any links that you may be interested in. So much history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, and we can only bring you a portion. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific time, which is 12 noon Mountain, 1 Central, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We do have other shows from history to news, movie reactions and reviews, video memes, Omni Kitchen, and everything else in between with Talk Show. Check the underbar in the description. For all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
King's Refuge.
Connor.
And you, viewer, of course, are you. And once again, thank you so much for watching. And until you catch us again, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!